Get out of here. Leave.
Why?
Get out of here. This is illegal.
Why? ¿Por qué me pegas? Take it easy.
I'm gonna yell.
Take it easy.
No.
Take it easy, sir.
No. This
Take
is wrong.
it easy.
This is illegal. You are criminal.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. I'm gonna break your car. You got it.
Yeah.
Hey, sir, take it easy.
This happened this Monday in Riverside, California. The person trying to impede the street vendor from walking and eventually hits his cart with his car, almost running over the street vendor. Shame on you.
Well, today we're confronting a topic not often discussed, the rise of Latino hate crimes through the eyes of some of the victims, such as Fatima and her husband, Robert. Now, the presidential election is coming up next year, and my next guest says many Latinos fear the same divisive rhetoric that plagued the 2016 and 2020 elections. Now, Eden Enamorado has been a civil rights activist for 13 years and is currently advocating on behalf of the Latino street vendors you just saw, who he claims are being attacked at an alarming rate. Now, before I even say a word to you, let me ask you guys as a group, are you surprised to see what you're seeing here? If you are, raise your hand really high. So you're not cognizant of this happening on an everyday basis, because it is happening on an everyday basis. It's happening in LA, it's happening in New York, and it's happening in a lot of places in between. There are some places it's more than others, but I don't think any place is immune. Now, Eden, what's the stigma that Latinos are facing here?
There's a huge stigma that we're facing every day, and obviously the numbers don't lie that in the past 10 years it's risen, especially in the past 6 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
And right now it's been overwhelming. In the past 10 years, for example, for street vendors, attacks on them have risen over 300%. We just came back from Nevada this weekend. There was a man there who was beaten while he was on the floor. He's 76 years old. He was being told that he's not from America. This stigma against our culture, it's sickening. It's sad.
Well, who's doing the actual, like we've seen, and I've seen 50 more videos of these street vendors, and I've seen so many of them because a lot of them are posted in a braggadocious way. Mm-hmm. I mean, the perpetrators or bystanders who do nothing about it, but what does the research tell you? Who's doing this?
It's very diverse, and the news has a lot to blame as well, because there's a lot of folks, even our own culture, telling us to go back to our country. We're getting hit from all sides, and that's what's pretty much happening. Because when I see people attacking our culture, whether it's African American, whether it's white, whether it's Mexicans who consider themselves Americans now and forget where they come from, it's definitely, they're all spewing the same rhetoric.
And this woman, she's saying, this is my house, and I understand from looking into this that a prior owner of the house has the same last name as her. Was this her family's home at some time in the past? Have you all been able to determine that?
I was told that I'm not sure if she lived there or a family member lived there, but that was like 30 years ago. And in my understanding, before my family moved in there, because we've lived there for like 7 years this year, before us, there was another white family that used to live there, not related to the woman, and she never went and harassed them in any way until my Latino family moves in. Then there's all of this going on.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.